Welcome back to another episode of Monetize with Marcus podcast. I'm your host, Marcus Rosia. In today's episode, we are going to unpack top 4 mistakes that coaches and entrepreneurs make on their sales page and how you can avoid it. Now, we all know that sales pages are used for selling our courses, our ebooks, our products, our services, even getting people to sign up for your live events. But what are some mistakes you're making that makes it to where people aren't clicking the link in your bio, pulling out their credit card, and buying things from you? I'm on a mission to teach coaches and entrepreneurs how to make more, work less, hire their funnel, and let the funnel do the work. If you're ready, join me on Monetize with Marcus podcast. Now, let's unpack this. If you're watching this video, chances are you're a coach or an entrepreneur. Why do I say that? Because if you are not, I don't think you'd be interested in this type of podcast that's geared around helping you make money online. So what are some mistakes that we make? Like, we know if you're selling a course, you're going to need a sales page. If you're selling an ebook, you're going to need a sales page. If you have an online event, you're going to need a sales page, a boot camp, a mastermind, a 2-day, anything you're doing. I don't care if you're running a conference, a convocation, and Bishop Big Hat, Bishop Stacey Adams and Sister Big Hat is coming, you're going to have a sales page. So here's what you got to think about. What makes a person read something, see something, and actually feel compelled to buy? Right? It's not about the graphics. It's not about a big picture of you standing there. Most people put things on pages that is all about them, but not about the customer experience. So you have to think, if it is a sales page, the actual page should serve like a salesperson. It should be like a conversation. So it shouldn't just be tabs. It shouldn't be random things. It should have in it some emotion. It should have in it some logic. It should have in it some benefits of actually purchasing. So I'm going to break down, what do you actually need on a sales page? I might do it in another episode too and kind of go more in depth, because I teach my mentorship group these 7 elements. But I want to just talk about 4 big mistakes that are made. But how do you get people to leave the pool of social media? Click a link in your bio or hear about something and actually type it in, because the truth be told, nobody goes to their phone and type in www. They don't even remember domains. The large amount of people buying are clicking a link versus typing in a URL address. So all of it is easy, it's seamless, it's emotion attached to it, and there's a level of scarcity that makes a person take immediate action. So if anything confuses a person, a confused buyer always says no. If any language, any message, I'm going to say it again, that's a bar. A confused buyer always says no. The more questions I have, the less likely I am to be transactional and buy from you. So if I can remove the questions or pose them and answer it, I'm going to tell you my secret sauce to how I build sales pages. All I do is think of the questions that the person will have. I list and build my sales page around questions. So let's just say I'm selling a course. And the course is to show a person how to make money online. At the top of the page, I'm going to say, what is the easiest way to immediately start getting paid online? And underneath that, the bullet points, the details is going to answer the question and give you a call to action to actually press the button and go to checkout page. Person doesn't take action, we then go into the next question. I pose another question they might think. How much it costs and how will this work? These are example questions, but all I'm doing is narrating. I might add pictures of me. I might have clients that says, who is this work for, and will it work for you? That's a question, and then I show testimonials. I'm going to take whatever the thoughts or the objections of the person, and I'm literally going to structure my sales page around questions and answering those questions. So now I can overcome objections that the person, literally, I'm disrupting the thoughts they had in their head and answering them. I'm removing all distractions. So now that you know kind of some context of what to do, let's talk about some of the mistakes. Now, what's the number one mistake I see? No clear strategy. Now, what do I mean by that? They don't have a clear strategy of what a person needs to know in order to buy. So imagine they go to the top of the page and the first thing they see is a picture. They see a picture of you. They're not sure what action should they be taking. They're not sure when it starts. It doesn't show date. It doesn't show location. It doesn't show city. So they're curious of, is it online? Is it in person? What time did it start? What's the date of it? So without a clear strategy of what you want someone to do, you shouldn't build a sales page. Like, what do I want someone to do? What action? Let's say, think about this, right? Everybody, Everyone wants everything fast. So if you know that in order to schedule for something, you need people to buy in August for something that you're going to give them in October because you need a head count. How now that benefits you, but how does it benefit the customer? So what can you give attached to that that incentivizes them to buy now that they can already get action? So I'm going to give a quick example. If you're a service provider, if you're a coach, if you're a consultant, let's say you're doing enrollment for your Black Friday sale boot camp, and that's in October to get them ready for November. But you start doing enrollment in August and September. If they pay, they want something right away. Nobody wants to pay and sit idly by. Oh, man, I can't wait to October. They start having buyer's remorse. So let's just say you already had a course that you're selling for $1,000. Your Black Friday boot camp is $2,000. Give them the course for free. It doesn't cost you anything. It's automated. And you make it a part of your pre-course work and say, here's what I want you to do. You sign up in August and September, but watch the course to be prepared for the boot camp and connect what you do in the boot camp to what they learn in the course. Now they get something to work through. Give them a Facebook group they can interact and ask questions on it. And now you actually incentivize the purchase. You owe me money for that. Cash App me. Do you see how now it doesn't look like you're taking their money 2 months in advance? There's nothing they get, but you got something. You show them why you distanced the purchase and actually getting started. You don't say, well, we're trying to wait until we get enough people to start the class. That's about you. It's kind of selfish, isn't it? All right, so the top mistake is no clear strategy. What is your strategy for your sales page? Now, the number 2 mistake, this really should be number 1. Too many distractions. There's too many things for me to look at before I purchase. So imagine if you don't have a clear process and point me directly at something. Let's just keep it real. How many times do you walk into the mall and you say, okay, I'm just going to the food court, and you find yourself in Foot Locker, you find yourself in multiple stores, or you picked up your phone looking for something specific and you started scrolling? If there's too many distractions, too many things to look at, and you're not pointing me at one direct thing, chances are I'm going to end up doing something else. So if I go to your sales page and the point is to get me to sign up or to buy, you should point me directly at that. I don't need to see about the event host. Put that at the bottom. I don't need. You have to think about this. What made me go to the page? I already know the event host. Why is that at the top of the page? I already know you, or at least am aware of it. I wouldn't be at this. You have to think about websites like digital locations. So just like how you have a physical address, your domain name is a digital location. That person drove in digital traffic to get there. They navigated through the apps on their phone. They navigated through everything else they can go to land there. Now that they're there, what is the experience? Point me directly to, you ever went somewhere for an event and you're not sure what the interest is and you're wandering around and it's aggravating you, like, where do you go in at? That's how people feel when they go to your site and you wait. Think about this. How many times you go into a site to purchase something and the purchase button is at the very bottom, that they tell you everything and then you find how to purchase? That's what I'm saying. The biggest mistake I see is a person builds something that is confusing and doesn't point me directly to it. You should be pointing to a clear process, what you offer, how they can get it from you, and what they get from you. So let me tell you what I mean. Chances are, if I get hungry right now and I want a burger, there's a whole lot of restaurants to serve it. So the first question is what I want. I want a burger. The second question is, where do I want it from? Because there's multiple people offering it. This is how the sales process happens. The person knows what they want. I want this solution, but do I want it from you? That's how the marketing happens, and that's how you should be thinking about your sales page. Now let's get into number 3. Number 3 mistake is making it all about your brand and not about offering a solution to the person. So you care about your pictures, your colors, your image, your ideas, what you do, but you're not thinking about your favorite color is green, but it doesn't match the experience of the person. You might want to remove that. Now, for me, this is fine because this ain't none of your business what's happening in here. This is fire. But green matches money. Monetize online. It's an emphasis on it. But my favorite color is not green. It just matches the overall brand. So that's number 3. And number 4, not asking for the right information. Every sales page, I believe, should have an opt-in that collects a person's information. Don't just collect their information on the checkout page, collect their information on the sales page. So before you can go to the checkout page, I'm going to let you opt in and give you something free. Now, if you don't purchase on the checkout page, I can automate my follow-up and convince you to buy. Ladies and gentlemen, these are the top 4 mistakes that people make on their sales page and how you can avoid them. Hope you've enjoyed another episode of Monetize with Marcus. I'll see you in the next episode.